Good Friday morning to you. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martich, and this is your outlook for February 6th, 2015. I'm going to start off with the GFS here, and start off with a feature that's actually not going to be affecting us today, but is for our system that's going to be following here on Sunday and Monday. And last couple days here, we've been talking about the opportunity for some snow here in the Sunday Monday time frame here, and everything looked good. It looked like area low pressure is going to come through here, dive down south, maybe even become a cutoff low somewhere here over Virginia or North Carolina. Might even turn a little coastal system up here. A couple models were showing that. Now things have changed in a drastic way. So we're going to show you that here, and it's all because of this system here. This is an area low pressure that's sitting over southeastern Canada, not affecting our area whatsoever. We're going to have partly sunny skies here across the area today. This does not affect us, but it does in a sense that it's going to actually pull the baroclinic zone further north with it as this thing exits. So this thing's going to take off, and the baroclinic zone is going to be, instead of being over this area here, which we thought it was going to be, is now going to be situated up here. Okay, so it's forcing everything to go further north, and that's what we're seeing in the model guidance here over the last 24 hours or so. We'll go a little bit further here. See that system takes off here off to the northeast. It looks like it's out of here, no big deal. Well, the problem is the next one's in on its heels, and look where all the snow's going. Right along that baroclinic zone boundary, and everything after everything becomes more zonal, the ridge is flattened because of that system, and everything has a downstream effect. So now we're starting to see the models adjust a little bit. You're seeing everything coming across central New York over to New England. So by the time our area low pressure comes down south here, instead of being down here and setting up over Virginia, is now coming down here and tracking right over Pennsylvania. Well, if it does that, you're bringing a lot of warm air into the system here, and that's what's going on here. So I'm going to go a little bit further here and show you that here. Here's the GFS showing that low pressure sitting right over PA here at this point. And when you have that, you have this entire area in rain here. Maybe some icing here across northern New Jersey, but this is all snow way up to the north here. Okay, so much warmth, in fact, that Boston might not be. Boston was looking to get another foot plus out of this, and now they're not looking as good. I mean, it'll still do okay, but I don't know. This is after the system does start to pull offshore. It's going to start pulling some cold air back down into it here. And you are going to get some icing concerns, kind of like a rain going to ice, and then snow for our northern areas here as this starts getting its act together and pulling itself away. But by that time, most of the damage is done, most of the precipitation has fallen, and most of that does so over from central New York all the way over to New England. Let's go over to the NAM now. I'll show you. This is I'm going to show you what the NAM looks like. NAM is now our farthest north model. Area low pressure all the way up here into central New York. So you have rain all the way up to Watertown, New York. Okay, yesterday we had rain as far north as maybe Harrisburg. Now it's in Watertown. So I mean, these models are incredible. They really are. And just showing so many different solutions here for the last 24 hours. Seems to be a big waste of time here from a forecasting perspective when you have an area low pressure now sitting all the way up here. Of course, the GFS is tracking right over Pennsylvania. We also had the Canadian that was up here about by the New York Pennsylvania border. We had the European model that came into western Pennsylvania right like this. And then we had the UK Met that was down here over West Virginia and then eventually Virginia. So we're saying, okay, well, the Euro and the UK Met are pretty close to each other here in proximity. They're also the colder solutions, giving us a little bit more snowfall. UK Met actually is the one that is the model that had the best verification scores over the last couple of weeks here. Well, now the UK Met, the latest run that I just looked at here, I'll show you this now. The latest run I just looked at of the UK Met is now much farther north. So, of course, this causes a problem here. This looks a lot like the Euro ensembles here now, where it comes into Pittsburgh, basically, and then heads south. So, not a death trap here on the UK Met. Still cold enough to produce some winter precipitation, but it's definitely a big shift from the last run, which had this low over West Virginia, and now it's sitting over Pittsburgh. So, it's a big difference from what it showed before, and there's nothing really so we're not throwing the white flag in yet saying this is done. But the trend has not been good. Right now, the trend is everything to move everything north, and the further north this thing goes, the more warm air is sucked in the system, and the more rain you get. Maybe some mixed precipitation for areas in the north and in northeastern portions of the coverage area here, but that's it. So we're not throwing the towel yet, but we can see where the trends are going here. Right now, they're looking ugly, not looking too good. Then as we get into, obviously no coastal storm developing here either, so Tuesday turns out partly sunny across the area. And then mostly sunny by the time we get into Wednesday. Then we're going to be looking for another little clipper system to come through. Might be doing this all over again by the time we get to Wednesday night, Thursday. Or maybe not. I mean, it's just a light system right now, but you never know what you could be dealing with at this point once we get into early next week. So we'll tackle one at a time here. Still want to nail down Sunday into Monday. Not giving up on the wintry potential yet, but it's not looking very good right now if you're looking for significant snows across our coverage area. Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martridge. That is your outlook for February 6th, 2015. Have a great Friday.